So guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna be going Naruto was the leader of the Ten Commandments. Part I don't know what part this is, to be honest, but yeah. Anyways, this is not gonna be the final part. Actually, I think this is like part 5 or something like that. But yeah, this is not the final part like I thought it was gonna be. The next part will be for sure. But yeah, anyways, guess we do 50 like for next part for the final part. Like yeah. And yeah, anyways. Hope you guys enjoy, and sorry for taking too long to upload this what if. It's like this one is not a it's not what if that I wanna quit doing, so I'm uploading it kinda slowly but still uploading it anyways. So yeah. Next part might be out a bit faster though, because I'm just gonna try and finish this one to be done with, so it doesn't like so I don't forget about it and just like not finish it for no reason. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully then you let's just get the video started. Yeah, this is pretty much part 6. My bad, I just checked, it's 46 I think. But yeah, we start this wave off with the out with like at the outcasts of the village, like the pretty much outside the walls of Konoha, as we basically see thousands of ninjas, as they were basically from all the four nations, like the stone, cloud, mist, and sand, as they were from the others, the all the four other great nations, and some other small villages like the hidden grass, land of rice countries, and all these small places. Basically, as we basically go on a flashback the day before the final state of the exam, as the five Kage were having a meeting about how and like who basically will basically become coming to the village, and who will basically be participating for them, and all these stuff like that. As they were done explaining who will be in the team, whatever, as they were basically would get up to leave, as then they were basically heard a sigh, as a voice would basically say, you're not even going to say goodbye, as they basically look up to see someone with a red cloak with white lines, like kind of like, yeah, basically see someone with red cloak and white lines and symbols, in a red pants and metal gloves and metal shoes, with a sword as at his side, and a black belt, as then the person had pretty much, yeah, kind of similar to Sasuke, but like a little bit more wild, I guess you can say, and going down, as the person would jump down, revealing a kid in his 60s, but little did they know how old he really was, as he basically say, who the as the old the old man Oniki would basically say, who the hell are you, as as then the kid would just ignore him, passing like pissing off Oniki, as then May would basically say, come on, not Oniki, I mean like Kage, my bad, as basically May would say, come on, right, Kage, don't be so loud, you scaring him, as she would basically walk closer to the kid and rub her body against his muscles, as her assets would basically squeeze against his muscles and muscular body, as she would basically whisper into his ears, saying, hello, handsome, you can tell me I won't bite, with a kind of smirk on her face, as then the kid will basically say, I am Zeldris, and I was sent here by elder brother Mariotis, as then the Sushikage, being the old man Aniki, which I got confused with A for earlier. As Shishikage would say, why would you come and sacrifice yourself, knowing that you won't basically make it out alive unless you have a really good reason for being here. As like as you'll be holding a little cube on like a little shining cube on his finger, as Zeldris would narrow his eyes at him, as you basically then say, I see you should I see you know Arc, but you shouldn't freaking hell. As in he'll basically say, I see that you have the powers of the goddesses clan, but you should know your arc is too weak to basically harm me. I'm the a member of the tank. I'm a member, one of the members of the Ten Commandment after all. As and also saw the Demon King. As Minato would basically say, "What the hell are you talking about?" As then Zeldris would basically say, "Are you blind?" He's holding an arc on his finger. As then the Kazekage slash Orochimaru in disguise will basically say, isn't that your Kikigenkai, old man?" As the old man will basically nod slash the Tsuchikage, as he would look at Zeldris, as he would basically say, why are you calling it an arc? What is an arc? As Zeldris will basically say, are you serious? You don't even know the name of the technique of your own guys' clan. I can't believe that 3,000 years ago that clan was a threat to us demons. As the Kages and everyone would basically take a step back, as they would say, "What do you mean by demons?" As you basically look at them with what the heck look on his face, kind of like a poker face, whatever. As then he would basically say, uh "Can't you see my demon eyes?" Pointing at his eyes, as the Kage would gasp, seeing how his eyes were full of darkness and nothingness. As in my demon mark, as you point at his forehead, showing his commandment demon mark, the deep purple thingy on his forehead, basically this on his head, right here. So yeah, sorry about that. As yeah, as then like yeah, as the Kage would basically look kind of shocked and shocked and kind of scared. As Miyato would say, "Enough, why are you here, boy?" As Eldris would basically say, that's simple. Elder Brother Mariotis, the leader of the Ten Commandments, says that you guys should bring your armies to the Hidden Leaf Village, because we will be attacking it, and you guys will basically want to stop us, because from now on, in the name of the Ten Commandment, we declare war upon you all. The fourth great ninja war shall begin now. As then May would basically say, not if we kill you now. She'll basically do some hand signs and say lava star, lava lake, making everything become like a pool of lava basically. As Zeldris will basically just be standing there like nothing happened. As you basically start to laugh, as you basically say, "I'm a demon. What did you expect? You expect me to basically burn? You can't burn a demon, you idiotic human." As he'll basically just say ominous nebula, as the whole space would basically start to get like sucked in close to him with like wind, as multiple slashes of darkness will basically appear in mid-air, as Zeldris will basically be holding his sword, as you basically was about to cut uh like the Raikage A in half, but then everything stopped, as a man sitting in a wheelchair would appear out of the portal of darkness, as he would basically Zeldris would basically stand back up and basically would say, "Go for Why did you interfere? As Goto would basically say, and this is the original Goto, if you, yeah, I basically said that in pretty sure my parts, but I just, yeah. As you basically say, Goto, why did you interfere? As Goto would simply smile and say sorry, Meliodas says he wants to kill them himself, especially the Hokage. So I had no say in the matter. And plus, we have to basically go get the two pets we were assigned to get anyways. As Zeldris would basically just glare at him as he would basically disappear into darkness, leaving a shocked group of Kages in a sweating like Kage as he had just basically seen his life flash before his eyes. As we basically skip back to Naruto and the Ten Commandments as they were all holding the cocoon of darkness. As Galen will basically start to laugh as he will basically grab his spear, like his giant battle axe thingy, basically this thing right here, as he'll basically say, so this is a nest of humans compared to 3,000 years ago. It appears to have completely changed. However, they still are the same. They still stay in a cramp. They still stay all crammed together. It's still crammed. As you basically swing his axe to, like, I don't know what the fuck that thing is called, so I'm just gonna call it axe. He would like axe or spear, whatever. I don't know, freaking hell. He would like swing it around 2 times as sending everything away, making the village a big circle in the middle of the village be nothing more than flat land. As then the whole area start to basically get invaded by all of the ninjas from the allied shinobi forces, and not the whole village is destroyed. Like the outskirt, like a little bit outside is like this fine, but like the arena and like a couple of hundred miles, like a couple of miles, like 1 or 2 miles around it is still fine. Like it's destroyed, but like after that it's like fine. But yeah, anyways, all the ninja alliance will basically start to go inside the flatland as they basically didn't really have any trust in each other whatsoever. As the Kages and the three legendary Sannin, though Orochimaru wasn't really with the what's it called, the allies, the side of Shinobi, allied Shinobi, he was just trying to kill Naruto and his group and getting out of this place alive basically somehow. But yeah, as then Naruto basically took look at Ganen and say, do as oh my gosh, bro. Like he basically look at Ganen and basically tell him to go, as basically Ganen would nod and smirk, like he would basically nod and then he would smirk, like smirk a little bit, flexing his pointy metal teeth as he would basically jump away with all of the 8 cocoons of, wait, is it 8? No, nine, my bad. With all the 9 cocoon of darkness following behind him, as he would basically were there, as basically all the group of the shinobi would basically like land, like as he basically land, he would basically, like as Garland would basically land on the ground after jumping away, he would land there and basically blow away a group of the allied shinobi, as you basically like he basically, oh my gosh, bro, like he'll basically, so yeah, anyways, basically sorry about that, I had to basically check something real quick. But yeah, anyways, basically guy would like slam, like land on the ground, as you blow away a couple of shinobi forces that will start to slice and cut them into pieces, as then they will basically drop dead, as Ganon will basically raise his hand and say some like he would basically say some they he basically raise his hand and say, "Come back, my dear friend." As the blood of his victim, like the blood of the shinobi that he killed, will start to make a lot of symbols, as it will basically raise up, creating a pedestal or some sort, as he'll basically smirk, as he'll basically say, now time to protect this, so no one interfere with the ceremony, as you basically start to kill all the shinobis around the place, as their blood will basically flow into the pedestal as well, making the process faster, as he will basically be killing them, like all the shinobis with a smile on his face. As we skip over to Naruto, as the Kage would basically tell some of his ninja to go kill the other one that left, as they will basically do as they were told, as then Naruto basically look at Melaskula, as she gave him a quick kiss, as she basically got punched away by the Yeri, as she was seen flying up into the sky, as Melaskula would basically give her a glare, as she would basically raise her hand, as she would basically make like like a holding motion. Basically, he was holding, like she was holding something. As then like the soul, like a soul would appear into her hand, as she would slowly start to squeeze it, making Dayari feel a lot of pain, because she was holding her soul literally. As Naruto would sigh, as he would basically say, "Melaskula, let go of her, as and do your job." As basically Melaskula would basically pout, as Naruto would say, "If you don't let go, there'll be no fun time for later." As she would basically smirk and basically let go of Dayari, as yeah. As then basically Dayari, like freaking hell. Yeah, Dayari basically cough a little bit, regarding her like breathing, and she'll basically raise her hand, getting ready to do something, as Naruto would grab her hand, as you basically give her a look, as she'll basically put her hand behind her head, as she'll basically sigh, as Naruto would smirk, as you basically step behind her, as you would say, he would suddenly grab her breast, making her let out a yip, as then she'll basically turn, as like she'll basically turn around, as you'd wrap her arm around his neck, as then Naruto would smirk, as he would say, "Sorry, babe. As much as I would like to take you right here, that will have to wait for later." As you basically, he'll basically kiss her, as you basically grow, he'll grow two black wings, as he'll basically flap them once, as he'll basically vanish. As Daya will basically sigh, saying, "What a drag," as she'll basically like dash forward, as she'll basically start to punch the ninjas, making them explode, as it would look like it was raining blood every time she punched them, as yeah, as she had like she had the demonic look on her face as well, as we see all the other commandments attack the army of shinobi, as they were destroying them, as there basically was something wrong, but the shinobis couldn't figure out what was wrong, as they were basically focused on fighting, not trying to figure out what was wrong as well. As we skip over to the Kage's Sanin and their guards, as basically they look in horror, as they saw of a ball of darkness rushing at them, as it was basically left a trail of blood and destruction and death behind it, as the darkness, like the ball of darkness, would basically stop right in front of them, as Naruto would come out of it, as the darkness would disappear, as Naruto was basically standing there with a smirk on. What the hell? Is that even? As he basically be standing there with a smirk on his face, as then he would basically say hello, as waving his hands, as the Kage would basically narrow their eyes, at Naruto, as Naruto basically just keep smirking, as Naruto would raise his hand, as a chair would basically made of darkness would appear, as you basically sit down on it, as Naruto would basically then say, well, before I beat you all, I want to ask you guys something. As you basically look at his quote unquote family, as you basically say, do you regret it? As Minato will basically say, well, I hate you, Naruto. You stole all of the power that are meant to be from my two children, and then you dare come here like you own everything. Why why couldn't you just die? Shocking all of the others, making them feel kind of disgusted and ashamed of Minato. As Naruto will basically look at Kushina and Jiraiya and Tsunade made by Mito, as they will basically all nod, agreeing with Minato. As Naruto's smirk would widen as he look out, as he would basically get up, as he would say, well, now this time will basically freaking, like, he basically would get up and say this will be fun, as Naruto would basically dash forward to counter the basically he would dash forward to counter A in his lightning cloak too, as the lightning was moving like dangerously around A, but Naruto would basically didn't mind it, as he would basically push back the Kage, as before he could do anything, uh like like before he could do anything, both his arms and leg were basically caught by Minato. I mean, not Minato, Kushina's and Mito's chakra chains. As then Tsunade would basically come in with with a fully powered punch, slamming it into Naruto's head. As they basically would hear a snapping noise, as Naruto's head would be bent backward, as Naruto would basically say that kind of hurt, as then uh yeah, as basically say that kind of hurt, as then uh A would basically launch a lightning bolt at Naruto, electrocuting him, as Jiraiya would basically make a giant Rasengan and slam it into Naruto's stomach, tearing off some of his skin. But something was wrong. There was no blood under the skin. There was nothing but darkness. As that got them a bit concerned, as Naruto would basically be smoking, as then Mema and Mito will basically activate the ninth chakra, as they will basically send it at Naruto, trying to overwhelm his body. Like, you know how the ninth chakra is like demonic and all that stuff. Oh yeah. As you basically not even flinch, as Miyato would basically start to appear in yellow flashes and start to slash at Naruto, as after 5 minutes of getting attacked by everyone, he would basically look like his body was completely destroyed. As we skip over to Melascula, as she would basically be flying over the village, as she would basically raise her hand, as all of the Shinobi Alliance would basically stop, as she would basically then squeeze her hand like shot, as all of them would basically start to basically scream, as they would basically explode, as all the Kages look in horror, as then multiple massive like spear of blood, like pretty much giant balls of blood. I didn't want to say it, but yeah. As they will basically start to form into the sky, like, yeah, from the defeated army. That's basically where the blood came from. As they will basically start to fly the direction of Ganon, in as Naruto basically start to laugh, shocking the people there, thinking that he was basically unconscious, about to die. As then Naruto will basically raise his hand, as he'll basically you'd hear all of his bone basically snapping back into place, as all the wounds would start to heal. As Krishna would say, not today, as her chains would basically got enhanced with more chakra, as she would basically pull onto Naruto's arms and legs came off. As Melaskela would appear, Melaskela would have Melaskela and Daria would appear next to Naruto, as Naruto would basically look at them, as you basically say, that hurt uh that hurt me. Freaking, as basically would appear next to Naruto, as Daria would say, don't worry, as her arms of darkness would basically pick. Oh my freaking gosh, I messed it up. Shit, sorry about that. Anyways, basically Melaskela and Daria would appear, as Naruto would look at them, as you basically say, they hurt me, doing anime tears, as Daria would basically look at Naruto and would basically Daria would basically look at Naruto, as Naruto would basically get like Daria would use her arm of darkness, basically being this arm. Like the freaking hell, like she would use this arm of darkness. So yeah, she would use it and pick up Naruto with it, as he would basically like she would basically pat him on the head and hug him, like she was basically trying to protect him, making everyone's sweat drop. As then Miraskela would say, nice thinking there. Now that he's got, like, he got his like, now he's completely defenseless, we can basically have a way with him. As she would basically start to lick her mouth with her long tongue, as Naruto would basically say like basically Naruto would basically say, wait, you weren't you supposed to be taking my side and protecting me? As Dario basically Dario and Miraskela would basically look at him with a look full of evil intent, as then they would basically start to, like, he would start to laugh nervously, as then his arms and leg would basically start to fly and attach themselves back to Naruto, as he would basically start to run away, as they would basically run after him until they basically heard an explosion. As we basically skip to Galen, as we see him basically smirk, as all of the blood would basically get absorbed into the pedestal, as the place would basically start to shake, as then a giant boom would happen and everything would basically explode, as he would basically smirk, as he'd be standing on something, as he would pat its head, as you basically say, did you miss me, buddy? As it will basically make a sound, basically making like a sound saying yes, as then the 10 dark flashes would appear, revealing all the 10 commandments, including Naruto/Mario's. As then Naruto will basically say, finally, now we can destroy this world and open the gate to purgatory. But guys, this was from Gabriel. If you guys liked it and enjoyed, get this video 50 like for next part. And yeah, next part will be the final part, like I said. And without further ado, I'm gonna be out for now. Peace.